We're Sis and Leo, two Danish girls currently sailing around the world for indefinite time. We're friends from high school, and in 2021 we decided we wanted to sail around the world to find the wildest dive sites that exist. We're both professional divers. We bought a boat in Italy and spent a year completely refitting it in Copenhagen until leaving for a circumnavigation on July 9th, 2023. This is our video project, Journal of Lulutau.
And we're rolling! Yes, we are.
Where each week we'll bring you guys inside our everyday life on board our boat and show you what magical world we've fallen in love with below the ocean surface. In this episode, we'll be diving on a sunken cargo ship on Porto Santo and sailing to the fairytale-like island Madeira. So this morning we actually headed to another shipwreck. There is supposedly a sunken cargo ship here in Porto Santo. It's just a bit further off the coast from the warship that we went diving on last time. But the coordinates I have are from an intensive Google search, so I'm not entirely sure that it's actually trustworthy or correct. Also, we don't really know if there's any mooring bolts on the wreck, and if not, then we can't really go because we need somewhere to tie the dinghy, and it's 35 meters deep, so we can't throw an anchor on the wreck. But surely the dive shops dive there as well, so I'm assuming that there would be a mooring that they use. If they don't, then we're gonna head back to the warship that we dove on yesterday and do that dive again. But yeah, I'm hoping we can find it. Now it's time to go get coffee. You alive?
No, barely. I'm getting there.
Are you alive, Russ?
Is this me? And I can't hear shit because I have eardrops in my ears.
It didn't go so well yesterday.
Couldn't equalize beyond 4 meters.
Well, you managed in the end, no?
Yeah, and then we went up and then we went really slowly down again.
Yeah. Hopefully today is better.
And remember what the Paddy book says. Don't force it. But put eardrops in instead.
Pretty sure that's not in the Paddy book.
Leo is the morning person and I'm the evening night person.
Yeah, I'll take this out of your face now. It takes a little while for us to prep our equipment for our dives until we've managed to find a proper dive setup for gear while at anchorage. But the amazing thing about this life that we've decided to create for ourselves on the boat is that technically we don't really have to rush through anything. However, for the sake of the wildlife, we do enjoy getting to the dive sites just after sunrise, and once again we're joined by our neighbors from Enterprise for the dive. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long until a couple of red and yellow buoys appears in the horizon right at the coordinates.
We found them!
We're descending right onto the stern of the cargo ship, and for a while we actually thought that this ship had sunken by accident due to the fact that it's lying on its side and is basically split in two parts. The reality, though, turns out to be much different. This wreck, which used to transport goods between Madeira, Porto Santo and the mainland of Portugal, was the very first wreck to be purposely sunken in Portugal 23 years ago, with the aim of creating an artificial reef for divers. But as we slowly make our way forward of the ship, you can tell how it is indeed completely split in two parts, making you wonder what has happened to the ship, as something clearly went wrong along the way. Maybe they miscalculated the amount of explosives to sink it? Maybe it sank too fast and was impacted as it reached the ocean bottom? Maybe it wasn't secured properly and the violent storm could have knocked it over? Although someone definitely knows, we haven't been able to find out. But we can enjoy the dive, being followed around by large groupers and watching small bait balls being hunted by amberjacks. When diving on ships like this, it's difficult not to wonder of all the thousands of ships that lies at the bottom of the ocean, each with their own unique story of what caused them to end up there. A few of them, like this one, can be explored by divers like us. But even more so, lie so deep that only highly advanced submarines are able to explore them, and even more so have not even been discovered yet. Maybe this is what makes diving so fascinating to us. Once, you could sail around the world to explore places on Earth that had never been heard of before. You could discover the world. But today, the world has already been discovered. There's been a foot on each land, and if not a foot, at least a drone or satellites would have taken photos of it and mapped it. But with the ocean, there's a different story. Beneath the surface, there lies a whole other world that we have yet to discover most of. And to us, that's more fascinating than anything we could think of. Coming back after the dive, we're packing up the boat and straight away leaving Porto Santo to head for Madeira.
Look how much salt.
That looks insane.
Ah, cool.
Very salty. Actually tastes pretty good.
It's good salt.
Okay.
Along with us we have our friends Robin,
Clip 2.
Benedikte, Rasmus,
So you first fuck it up, then fix it up.
and Josephine, whom all been sailing with us since we left Copenhagen almost 3 months ago.
Yeah.
The plan was to head for Funchal, but we decided to make a quick stop at an anchorage on the very eastern point of Madeira. Arriving here, we're mesmerized by the nature and ended up enjoying 2 nights at this anchorage, doing absolutely nothing but sleeping under the stars, doing yoga, swimming, and just enjoying the scenic view.
I made some
Den synes jeg er god. Det kunne være...
batter for morning buns.
Der er lidt hot i over.
Dough.
Good morning! We're gonna move the boat now and sail to Funchal,
Yes.
because somebody needs to finish a motor course.
Var saucen lidt lakrids i nærheden, eller hvad?
Ikke mig.
Ja. What?
Alright, so we are just on our way to Funchal right now, which is the capital of Madeira. It's been so cool to stay in that anchorage for a few days that we just left, because it was just all nature, no stores, no restaurants, no nothing. And it was honestly the most beautiful anchorage we've ever been to. But we currently have a non-functioning dive compressor, and we have Robin and Benedicte who has to finish their petty open water before Benedicte leaves in a week. So now we're sailing to Funchal just to stay close to a dive shop so that we can actually fill our scuba tanks and get these guys in the water. And there's barely any wind here, we just have the general filled out because it's only a 14 nautical miles trip, so it only takes a few hours. And then in the meantime we are waiting to get a new compressor delivered.
Are you recording?
I'm recording!
Can you please hold the camera level?
It is level.
There is a dive shop that I've made an agreement with that we can get our scuba tanks filled because our compressor still isn't working. So we can get all of our scuba tanks filled there for €5 each.
We could do a deep morning dive tomorrow
Yes.
with Rasmus, you and I.
Fun dive.
Yeah.
I think it's doable.
Let's do it! What's up?
Det er for til kompressoren, ikke? Fordi... jeg tror, jeg har fundet, hvad det er for en. Det skal være den, der hedder 100 ET, som bare er en 400 volts motor.
Okay.
50 hertz. Så burde den være det med frekvensomformer.
Okay, let's go through it. Robin, as always, gets super bored, but at least he's great at entertaining himself, and this time he decides to go sit in the dinghy.
I actually thought about doing it, but I wasn't sure you would allow it.
I think conditions are alright to do.
I'm gonna untie Robin from the boat so he can sail the last 2.8 nautical miles on his own in our dinghy.
You know what? I think he'll actually enjoy it.
Yes, he needs some alone time.
Yeah. Wonder if he can get the engine started.
He can pedal.
2.8 nautical miles. Nah, there he is. Sure, I bet he's gonna be going faster than we are.
One short sail later, and the anchor is dropped in Funchal.
Jeg har styr på det, venner. Ja!
Kør!
Er den stram? For a second there I thought we were dragging the anchor. We good? You know what we can do now?
Jump into the water?
Practice free diving, because now the anchor is in 19 meters of water. In our last episode, we promised that we'd also bring you guys along for a dive at the natural reserve in this video. But we're gonna go ahead and save that for the next video, where Robin, Cecil and I will also be sailing 280 nautical miles from Madeira to the Canary Islands, where we'll prep the boat for our Atlantic crossing. See you guys next week.